Hello, my name is Melissa Holden, and I was just wanting to briefly share a story of something I was thinking of. And I thought, I don't want to forget this. This is the reason why we live. And what it was my daughter and I were sitting around waiting for her to go to school, and I had to clean the microwave, and I had remembered that my mom's cousin's daughter, so I guess it's my cousin, had suggested this hack just randomly to people on Facebook that you put lemon juice in the microwave and leave it on for a minute, and then just leave it and come back like in 3 minutes or so, and the dirt and grime will just wipe off. And I was like, that's awesome, I'm gonna try that. And I asked my daughter, I said, Mary, do you have any suggestions or hacks that you've happened to come across? Because she's really bright and she is always looking into stuff. Inadvertently, she just stumbles on all kinds of things that are really useful. And so I asked her, well, have you learned anything? And she says, no. And I told her about the one I heard, and she goes, those people must have too much time on their hands. And I was like, I don't think so. I think it's just they try something, they have this inspiration idea, and they try it and it works, and they want to share it with others. And she says, well, what I'm meaning is there was probably these two guys, and they were getting together, and one of them's like, hey dude, let's put this orange in the microwave. Okay. And then when they open up the microwave, they see that it's very dirty. And he's like, hey man, you're gonna eat that? You really should clean your microwave before you eat something that's been in it. And so he goes to wipe it, and it just wipes right off, and he's like, oh my goodness. And then his friend points out that they have dish detergent that has oranges in it, so maybe a lemon would work. And they were trying to wipe out the microwave stuff, and it wouldn't work. And then they're like, let's try lemons. And they put a lemon in there, and it explodes all over the place, and it wipes off instantly. And they're like, oh, that's awesome. And she says, that's clearly they have too much time. If you're microwaving lemons shouldn't have to come with something that says do not microwave. Anyway, I love Mary. She's my youngest daughter, and probably all my daughters are that hilarious and brilliant, but I didn't get to see much of them. Oh, let me tell you about another little thing that I'm going through that's very funny, and it's not very funny. I don't think anyone would laugh, but I think it's interesting, and it's probably common, because somebody else was going through something very similar about this time. And it made me think of it, and I shared it, and I thought, oh, this is such a significant thing to me in my life right now. It probably is to other people. Okay, my oldest son is graduating from high school. And parents are just supposed to be at their child's graduation, aren't they? Well, my oldest daughter graduated about 3 or 4 years before, and I wasn't able to make it, but she did invite me. I was walking down the street, and I had my phone, and somebody sent me a message, and it was my daughter. And I'm like, because she lives in Nashville, Tennessee, somewhere thereabouts, and I live in Utah, north of Salt Lake City, quite a ways. But anyway, so I couldn't go to hers, and so my second daughter, who's like, she is like the brilliant daughter. But she didn't even message me. She didn't even tell me about it, because she knew I couldn't come. She's just always really caring and thoughtful. And she just was probably thinking, well, I know Mom can't come, so I'm not even going to ask her. Because I probably could, but I'm not one to ask myself. I have that problem. I can't ask my husband, hey, can I please go to the kids' graduation? So anyway, that brings me to the dilemma. So my son's graduation is on June 20th, he told me. And he says, well, I'd really like for you to be there. Well, we are moving on June 1st. So we'll be I'll be down south and I'll be able to go to his graduation. But, and this is what I had to tell you about my other son where he said it was hilarious. But anyway, so I'm like, well, I really shouldn't go because that's not fair to the other girls because I didn't go to their graduation. When technically a parent should be at their child's graduation. That's the biggest point in their life. The parent should be there. And I'm able to, so I really should be there. But I feel like, well, if I do that, if I go to his, then the other girls will be like, well, she didn't go to our graduation. Anyway, I was telling my son, I was like, well, even though we could go to Gavin's graduation, we probably won't. And he says, that's so stupid, Mom. Let's just go. We don't have to tell anyone that we're going. He's just... Some of you will find that funny. Some of you will be like, whatever, I don't ever want to grow that old. Anyway, that's all I had to say for now. Bye! Oh, I still don't have a catchphrase.